So far, we've looked at two different document types: research papers and annotated bibliographies. Now we'll take a look at something we might think of as a middle ground between the two: a literature review. A literature review is an analytical survey of the published material or literature on a topic as it is seen through the specific lens of your research question or thesis. It explores what has been said about a topic in the past, what is currently being said about it, and what future research may have to say. Literature reviews are much more than just a simple summary or recap of sources. They not only allow you to compare findings and locate gaps in research, but also provide you with the chance to deeply engage with your topic and communicate its significance in your own voice. This may sound similar to an annotated bibliography in the sense that both documents involve a review of sources, but they are not the same thing. While both provide an evaluation of individual sources, a literature review will take things a step further by making connections and comparisons between information from different sources. A literature review can take different forms. It might appear as a section in a larger research paper, or it could exist on its own as a standalone document. You may even be assigned a literature review to familiarize yourself with a topic before writing a full research paper. Let's get a better idea of how a literature review takes shape. A literature review is made up of three main sections: the introduction, body, and conclusion. This is pretty similar to the structure of a research paper, but the content looks a bit different. The review begins with a brief introduction to your topic and the larger context around it. This section sets up what your literature review will cover and why it is important. It will also introduce your research question and how the review will be organized. Your body paragraphs are where you will provide summary, analysis, and synthesis of your sources. Make sure to provide your own interpretation of their results and conclusions, your thoughts about their significance to your topic, and your observations regarding any gaps in the research. Paragraphs in the body should be structured using topic and transition sentences to make sure that your review flows logically. Remember to use your own voice to clearly communicate the importance of your sources. Don't simply reiterate findings, but explain what they mean to you and your individual exploration of this topic. Your conclusion should review your key takeaways from your research and tie them back into your research question. This is also where you might make suggestions about possible areas of future study based on the gaps you observed. When included in a larger research paper, the literature review will go after the introduction and before the body sections. In this version, the introduction and conclusion will be composed of a couple of sentences, with the main focus being on the body. While the structure of a literature review doesn't leave much room for variation, there are different ways that we can organize how we discuss sources. The method you choose will depend on what is most appropriate for your discipline and topic. Let's take a look at a few different options. In many cases, the most effective method of organization will be by theme. In this method, you will trace themes you've established through your sources, exploring how and where they show up and interact. The thematic lens through which you analyze your research should work as a tool to enhance readers' understanding of your topic. When using this method to organize, your literature review can be divided into subsections that explore how your sources address the different themes related to your topic. For example, if you are researching women and politics, you might explore specific themes such as the role of women in political movements and policies related to women. Probably the most straightforward way to organize your literature review is chronological order. With this method, you can explore how your topic has changed or developed over time. But remember, this doesn't mean you need to conduct a survey of everything that has ever happened in relation to your topic. This method of organization requires more than just creating a chronological list of summaries for your sources. It can be helpful to focus on some supplemental attributes of your topic that have contributed to its change over time, such as patterns or specific events. For example, if your topic explores an emerging concept, process, or product in your field, it might be helpful to organize your literature review chronologically so that you can explain the background that led to your topic's development. If your topic leads you on an exploration of sources that use various research methods, another way you might want to organize your review is by methodology. Organizing your research methodologically allows you to highlight the different approaches to research related to your topic and draw comparisons between the outcomes of these different methods. For example, you might look at the difference between qualitative and quantitative studies, or arrange your review by individual subjects related to a multidisciplinary topic, such as dividing research on a gender studies topic into historical sources and sociological sources. Now that we've looked at all of the different components of a literature review and how one is organized, how about the actual writing process? We can look at a few tips to help guide us as we construct our literature review. First, choose the right sources. This may sound obvious, but we must be discerning when selecting our sources. When it comes to literature reviews, you want to be sure that every source you select meaningfully contributes to a reader's understanding of your topic. This takes time and effort, not just selecting the top results that come up in your searches, but your paper will be stronger for it. Create an annotated bibliography. Writing an annotated bibliography as you conduct your research may sound like an unnecessary extra step, but it can serve as an excellent tool when working on a literature review. Much of what you write in an annotated bibliography can be used in your literature review, and it can help you get a better idea of any themes or commonalities among your sources. Finally, find the conversation. Imagine all of your sources as people sitting in a circle at a party discussing your research topic. Who agrees? Who disagrees? Your literature review is something like a transcript of the dialogue between those party guests and your own commentary on what is said. Thinking of your review in this way may make it easier for you to find relationships between sources. Effectively organizing, presenting, and using information are vital research skills. When you use those skills to integrate sources into your writing, you are engaging in scholarly conversation with all of the creators whose work you reference. Remember, utilizing information appropriately by structuring assignments in a specific way or citing sources is about more than meeting the criteria for an assignment. It is a sign of understanding and respect for the scholarly tradition that you are taking part in with your own research. Let's take a look at what we learned today. We looked at how to organize and write a research paper, how to synthesize information from various sources, how to integrate information using paraphrasing, quoting, and summarizing, how to put together a bibliography, how to find your academic voice, and how to write a literature review. Remember, if you need help at any step in the research process, librarians are here to help. Schedule a research appointment today.